Welcome to This Week in East Brunswick. Today we welcome local author Miriam Dobin to the library as she talks about her family's history during the Holocaust as a second-generation survivor. We stay at the library as we cut the ribbon to open the new Career Connection Center, an initiative co-sponsored by the New Jersey State Library and the Middlesex County Office of Workforce Development to assist residents in their job searches. We welcome Al Nygren back to the studio as he sits down with the director of Knights of New Jersey, a short film that will be premiering at the upcoming New Jersey Film Festival. All this, plus a business spotlight with former Mayor Kevin McAvoy at the Legacy Life Center. So stay with us. This Week in East Brunswick starts now.
My name is Miriam Dobin. I'm here basically to tell my story of my family and what they went through during World War II, during the Holocaust, and about how they survived and how many of my relatives had perished during the Holocaust.
Next came my mother, Olga. Next came Ernu. Then Rozhika, or Rose.
So I basically told the story of how my aunt, uncle, mother, and father all grew up, the types of homes they came from. They came from Orthodox Jewish backgrounds. I talked about their upbringing and the traditions in their homes. Then, as they got older, how they married. And then when Hitler came into power, how all his anti-Jewish laws were implemented, how it affected their lives, how my aunt and uncle had to run and hide for their life. They had to go into hiding for 2.5 years. How my mother lost her first husband in a Russian prison camp when he was taken away. And how my father was in forced labor camp for 6 years. And I wanted to tell each of their stories individually, yet they all mesh together and blend together as a family. And I wanted to stress what happened during the war, the concentration camps and forced labor camps that they were in, and how they survived, and how they had to rebuild their destructed families after. And for my mother and father, having a child was very, very important, and they tried every means possible and to have a child. And at age 48, in those days, to have a child is not a safe thing. But she did it, and they were married 11 years, and here I am, and just how they rebuilt their lives after the war, and how they had me, and how I'm married now, and how, thank God, I have a family, and they're growing up in the same traditions as I did. The next day was a selection in Auschwitz. My mother and Aunt Ella lined up in the row behind their mother and 2 sisters. The soldiers called out who should go to the right and who should go to the left. My aunt was told to go to the right, which meant she would be sent to work. However, my mother, grandmother, and 2 aunts were chosen to go to the left. This was the line to go to the crematoria. In all the commotion of people running left and right, my mother took a real chance and ran from the line on the left to the line on the right, and this saved her life. 3 days later, her mother and 2 sisters were gassed. I know people found the story very fascinating and very interesting. I noticed there were many second-generation survivors like myself out there in the audience whose parents went through Auschwitz and other concentration camps, and every story is different. It's really incredible, and I encourage people to sit down and write down their family histories, because the survivors are dying, and it's really up to our generation to continue spreading their stories. It's very, I don't know the word, it's not, I can't say exciting, but it's very, very important to me that people know this story, because the survivors they're aging and they're dying, and there aren't going to be too many left in the near future. And I feel, as a second-generation survivor, which I recently just learned that term, that I'm a survivor because it's coming from my parents who are survivors, it's imperative that the second generation continues to talk about their family's experiences during the Holocaust. So for me to stand up and share this with anyone and everyone, it's like catharsis for me, because every time I tell their story, they live on. And that's very important to me because my family will always be alive every time I tell the story. And thank God I've been very fortunate. I've been speaking already in about 16 places. This is the 16th or 17th place, so I'm very happy. So the name of my book is I Am Because of You. It can be found on Amazon.com, and you can also visit my website where you can purchase it. There's a copy here at the East Brunswick Public Library. I'm very, very happy and fortunate to have the book here, and it's also in other libraries around central New Jersey.
I'd like to welcome everyone to the East Brunswick Library and thank you all for coming to this wonderful ribbon cutting event for the Career Connections database. It is an honor to be one of 19 libraries that is participating in the Career Connections grant. C.S. Lewis, a British novelist, said, "You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream." And I love that quote because it really talks about, it captures the heart of Career Connections and what the grant is. Career Connections is for everyone. People who are laid off, people who are retired, people who are seeking new opportunities, people who are seeking new fulfillment in their life. It's all about job search literacy. And of course, libraries always are about literacy. Job literacy is all about how to find a job, how to become an informed job searcher. And Career Connections really does that so well. It talks about the plan, prepare, and succeed model to obtain a job. It talks about planning, assessing skills, exploring job markets, dealing with job loss, the trauma, preparing for a job, finding jobs, conducting mock job interviews, creating a cover sheet, and succeeding, how to dress for a job interview, how to present yourself, how to portray your social media in a professional light, how to transition from a job seeker to an employee. So we are so honored that the library can be part of this wonderful Career Connections grant. And we are specifically happy to have all of you here today to join us in this wonderful ribbon cutting. Just a little bit about East Brunswick. Our Career Connections participation includes staffing a Career Connections room 25 hours a week to sit one-on-one in our Career Connections Center with prospective job seekers. So that is one phase. We're also going to be starting in February, one Saturday a month in the morning, a 1-hour session where our librarians will go through the plan, prepare, succeed model of employment in a special workshop for our local job seekers.
We are excited to commemorate this great collaboration between the East Brunswick Public Library, the New Jersey Department of Labor and Workforce Development, and the Office of Workforce Development. Although the Career Connections Library Initiative is a new strategy for assisting our constituents find employment, it is by no means a new partnership, but rather an enhancement of a long-standing collaboration between the library, the Department of Labor, and Middlesex County. In the past, the Office of Workforce Development had assisted library patrons by conducting various workshops, including sessions about job search preparation, resume development, and effective interviewing, and an introduction to one-stop career services, both locally and statewide. The Career Connections Library Initiative enables the local workforce area to expand one-stop career services, provide additional access to the customers we serve on a daily basis. Whether it's a recent college graduate, a dislocated worker, or a job seeker who needs to prepare for the demands of today's labor market, the accessibility of programs and services offered has been improved through this exciting collaboration. It is our hope that this cutting-edge approach is the continuation of many great collaborations. Thankfully, the unemployment rates have dropped both locally and statewide, but we still need to remain diligent in assisting the men and women who are searching for a new career and a better opportunity and a pathway to sustainable employment.
Libraries are essential places for job seekers and anyone who is hoping to advance in their careers. Libraries are centers of learning with staff who are willing to help people to get the tools that they need to be employed and to advance in their careers. Career Connections really leverages the best parts about libraries, and East Brunswick Public Library in particular has done a fantastic job of meeting the needs of their community and assisting job seekers. So I think it's very fitting that this is one of the first places in the state to be unveiling this location and unveiling these services.
When we go into the community, a lot of times we hear from employers that they have jobs and they can't fill them. And when we talk to the individuals, we find out that the individuals are seeking jobs and they can't find them. So finding ways to bring people closer together into the community is a good way to try to leverage all the assets that we have, both the human capital and the employers that are seeking opportunity. Too many times in government we've been working in silos and we haven't really tried to leverage our efforts as much as we can. So bringing it into the community, into the library where we already have the services, and our library, East Brunswick, has for a long time been doing the job development, helping people with resumes and doing those things. So bringing that together is so crucial because there's nothing more important than economic development and getting people jobs. The more people have jobs, the more they're going to be satisfied, the more they're going to be able to support their families and put that money back into the economy. So both things are really crucial. There's a lot happening right now. There's a lot of change in the market. There's change in the type of businesses. The more we can leverage our the services that we do have across the county, across the state, and at the local level, the better off everybody's going to be.
We moved to East Brunswick because of the schools. We moved to East Brunswick because of the library. And we've never gone wrong with any of them. I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to all of the employees in the library and to the Department of Labor and to the Middlesex County for all of their efforts in helping us put one more jewel in our crown. The library is not irrelevant. The library is one of the most vital places for anyone to go. It's the place where, if you follow the dollar at all times, you get the most bang for your buck from your tax dollar, is because there is so much here that can help you.
Hello everyone, it's Al Nygren again, curator and executive director of the New Jersey Film Festival, here with the first of our filmmaker interviews for the spring 2017 season. If you'd like to get more information about our film festival, please visit our website, which is njfilmfest.com, or you can always call us at 848-932-8482. Today's guest is the director of Knights of New Jersey, which is an amazing film about Renaissance Fair and a kind of interesting story that goes with that. The director is Michael Hadley, and he's here to talk about his film. Welcome, Michael.
Thank you, Al. Appreciate it.
So, Michael, how'd you get involved in this film? What was the motivation?
Yeah, so a lot of different things. Actually, initially, it was conceived of as a feature film. And just kind of been an idea that it had in the back of my mind for maybe 8 years. And then last summer, actually, my wife and partner and co-conspirator and I were talking, and we said, you know, let's just kind of jump in feet first and do this, bite off a small chunk, and do it as a short film, and get it out there, both to make it and then to use that perhaps as a vehicle to take it to a larger venue. So that's what we set about doing. Wrote the script last summer and shot in the late fall 2015, and then we're working in post and got the film out the door and have started to show it to folks and get it into festivals, and very pleased and proud to be part of the New Jersey International Film Festival. So.
Thank you, Michael. So, but the characters in the film, the three leads, are just wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean, the film is very funny. As I mentioned to you before, it's a kind of hybrid film because it's set in a real Renaissance fair, but this is a fictional story.
Right.
That takes place.
So a couple of interesting things about that. So, Yeah, it's primarily character-driven, and it's about these different people who, to give them their life more meaning, to find a place to kind of find, loyalty and courage and the things that most of us don't really have a chance to experience. They all, for different reasons, fell into going to Renaissance fairs and then acting in Renaissance fairs and being performers.
Right.
So the setting for the film is this Renaissance fair, the fictional Ardendale Renaissance Fair in New Jersey. And it's really kind of behind the scenes of what it's like for them to put on those characters, to try on those concepts of bravery and romance, and but it's just people are people, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
there's all the petty office politics and the day-to-day humiliations that we all encounter. So even though they've tried to create this alternate universe where they can be the best example of themselves, the laws of physics and the laws of comedy still apply.
Yeah,
so while you might go out onto the field of glory with your shining armor and your sword raised, the sad reality is you get a punch to your stones, and then you're doubled over and soaking yourself in a bucket of ice water.
Well,
so,
the three leads are really quite great. So you have a male character who's kind of the focus of the film, and
Right.
he has aspirations to be with this beautiful woman who
Yes.
is kind of the rival's girl.
Right.
And then you have his sidekick. Those are the
Yeah.
three. Tell us about them.
Right. So I would say the main characters are Sir Robert, who's kind of like the everyman who really takes it very seriously, but often his good intentions are thwarted by what happens in the movie. His loyal sidekick squire, Tom, who's kind of this irascible character who gets outraged at the slightest provocation, and who also is a purist about Renaissance fairs. So one of the other characters and groups that they meet are some cosplayers, right? Which is a whole other genre of people getting dressed up. And in this particular case, it's fans of Game of Thrones, and
right.
the lead woman is playing the Mother of Dragons, and Robert and she kind of have this spark which completely alienates his squire Tom. So kind of there's this three-way triangle between them. So
very interesting.
Yeah.
And beautifully shot. I mean, it looks lovely. And I guess the comedy is also one of the main selling points of the film. I mean, there are some really great one-liners. And where was it actually shot, though?
Well, interestingly, and I'm really glad that you say it was shot at a Renaissance fair, because it actually wasn't shot at a Renaissance fair. So, and the story behind this was, our production period was a little too late in the normal season around here,
for the fairs,
in the New York, New Jersey metro area. So knowing that going in and when we would shoot, we actually went to a couple of different Renaissance fairs, one in New York, one in Pennsylvania, to get what we call B-roll footage, which is kind of the atmospherics, people on horses and
so
people
it's kind
going.
of cobbled together.
And then we shot, so then we were like, okay, we need to find a location that's going to service us for our Renaissance fair. So we started looking around. Castles were kind of like made sense to me. Believe it or not, I live in Montclair. Within a 5-mile radius of where I live, there are literally
nice
2 castles. So we shot at Kip's Castle in Verona, New Jersey, and another castle in Paterson. And the folks were great. We did it all professionally, got the permissions and so forth. So we intercut all that different type of footage into a seamless whole, we hope, and I guess it worked in terms of creating that we were literally behind the scenes.
Would never have known, and I think that's what really, again, shows the master of bringing it all together.
Yeah.
And I hope that you're able to make it into a feature film. I think it'd be great.
I do indeed, and in fact, we shot another little chunk that's coming out this past summer, and indeed, we were able to schedule that well and shoot at the New Jersey Renaissance Fair, which is a great local fair. So we had a great experience with that as well.
Great. Well, I just wanted to remind our viewers that this film will be playing as our opening film on Saturday, January 28th in our state-of-the-art facility, Voorhees Hall, room 105, which is located on the Rutgers University campus in New Brunswick, New Jersey, located at 71 Hamilton Street in New Brunswick, New Jersey. We're a block away from the New Brunswick train station, and there's plenty of parking. There will also be free food courtesy of Jimmy John's of New Brunswick at all of our screenings. So come on down and you'll get to meet Michael, who's going to be there to introduce the film and do a Q&A afterwards. So it should be a lot of fun. Again, you need more information. you go to www.njfilmfest.com or call us at 848-932-8482. Thanks so much for coming, Michael.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Huh? Besides, once he gets a taste of the Doombringer, he'll cry so hard he'll rust out his pauldron. Because when the shining steel is swung... Come on, Bob. When the shining steel is swung, its fate shall be doomed. Huzzah! Yeah!
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Legacy Life Center here in East Brunswick. I'm standing here with the main proprietor and business owner, Chris Albanese, who recently came into town and established the facility. It's great to have you joining the business community in East Brunswick.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Why don't you tell our audience a little bit about the facility?
It's a family facility based on health and fitness. We run everything from childcare to play gym programs to martial arts to baseball training, massage therapy, and everything above.
It seems as if there's something for everyone, from toddlers right through someone of my age who might want to come into the facility. So why don't you share with the audience some of the specifics about those areas?
Oh, absolutely. The play gym program, which works on all sorts of climbing equipment and coordination, works from toddler and walking. And we have early yoga programs that are Parent and Me that are done with infants. And our martial art facilities run through people middle-aged and older. So you can literally, from the beginning of your family to the end of your family, have something to do from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. in this facility.
So the parents can come in with their children, can come in with their parents, and in one sitting, everyone can get a nice physical workout.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think that's one of the things that makes us so special is we're really family-orientated. We have something for every aspect.
And what made you choose East Brunswick as the location for your facility?
It's a great community. I've been here before. I used to help with my martial art instructor's school. It's where I started my base of training. And I've enjoyed the community, and I never wanted to leave, so here I am.
And you said that you are the martial arts instructor here.
Yes.
When I went onto the webpage, there was a host of different martial arts, as well as martial arts for children, martial arts for adults, martial arts for beginners, martial arts for advanced people. Why don't you address some of that?
Oh, absolutely. We offer fundamental classes for 4- and 5-year-olds that I personally run with one of my assistants. I run a Kung Fu and a Taekwondo program that works from juniors, 6 to 12, teens, and adults. I also have kickboxing classes that I have a specialized trained kickboxer who runs from anyone 16 and up. And I also have Filipino weapons training and self-defense that I have another gentleman that I brought in who runs and teaches that for primarily adults. And coming up, we're going to be opening up a 3-year-old martial art program that works on that really, really focused group and get them started early and developing themselves in focus and discipline and all the other aspects that make martial arts so great.
Yet when you gave me a tour of the facility, we saw a host of different rooms. In particular, there seemed to be like a batting cage or a pitching area, so you're really spreading out to the athletic people as well.
Oh, absolutely. We see benefit in all other sports and activities, especially things that help develop kids' confidence and hand-eye coordination and respect. And, baseball training seemed like something that really fit in well with us. The gentleman we brought in is well-rooted in the community. He's been here a long time, and he's just felt like a great addition to help grow us and take us to the next level.
And tell the audience a little bit about the fact that the child care is really big, insofar as a mom and a dad, they could come in and work out, and at the same time, they could have their children being taken care of while they work out.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the things that we really wanted to focus on when we moved into this facility. When you have all these different moving parts and all these different aspects, one of the things that you fall in trouble with as a family is sometimes you have young ones that aren't really active in any other program or particularly at that moment, and you need some place to put them where they're safe and taken care of, you know. So we have a whole room that's based just on childcare, where we have staff that runs it, keeps an eye on it, make sure your kids are taken care of and safe. So if you have mom looking to get a massage, she can hop into a massage therapy room, and she needs a place for little Jimmy, we can have someone taking care of him and making sure he's safe. It allows you, it just gives you more flexibility to do more options here.
And how do our residents get in contact with you?
Oh, absolutely. They can reach out to us personally on the business line. They can call us at 732-210-2447. They can reach out to us on our Facebook page, Legacy Life Center. They can reach out to us on Instagram under the same title, or they can reach out to our website at Legacy Life Center. And we also have our business email, which is legacylifecenternj, one word, @gmail.com.
How about the hours of operation in terms of this interview? Are you open 7 days a week, and what are the hours?
We are open 7 days a week. The weekends are primarily focused around birthday parties. You know, the afternoons and evenings are big on birthday parties and events for all the different programs we do. Saturday mornings tend to be my martial art classes. Saturday and Sunday mornings are open play classes. And then throughout the rest of the week, Monday through Friday, we go from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Tell our audience a little bit more about how they could arrange for a birthday party and what goes on during a birthday party celebration here at the Legacy Life Center.
Oh, well, depending on which one you do, the play gym is definitely our most popular one. Kids come in, they get it's like an open play. They get to use all the equipment and facilities. We have a room designated for them to eat, set up decorations, do the birthday cake, all that fun jazz. And we always have plenty of staff to make sure everyone is safe, everyone's having a good time, and everyone's well taken care of.
So, Chris, why don't you as well tell our residents about the massage therapy aspect of the Legacy Life Center, as well as the, I saw on the Facebook page that there are yoga classes.
Oh, absolutely. First off, for the massage therapy, we have, it's actually my sister, a trained massage therapist who does all different variations of massage. She works just with her hands. She does work with stone. She does work with bamboo. She's versed in many different styles of massage, and she has a pretty good following. For our yoga program, we have a Parent and Me yoga class, which works with infants and toddler, where the parent, mom or dad, works with the kids. And we have, starting up, adult yoga programs.
So for Chris Albanese and myself, Mayor Kevin McAvoy, another spotlight on business here in East Brunswick. Come on down. The family is welcome.
Do you tinker, create art or technology, or have a hands-on hobby? Everyone is a maker, and we're looking for you. On Saturday, March 25th, 2017, we will hold our 3rd annual New Jersey Makers Day at the East Brunswick Public Library. We want you to share your projects or demonstrate a hands-on skill that you'd like to teach others. Please submit your proposal project at ebpl.org/maker. The deadline is Monday, January 30th.